Good morning, thank you for joining me. I hope everybody's well today. It's been a while since I've done a favourites video. I think the last one was in March. I did a March favourites, didn't do an April one, didn't do an end of May one, and here we are in June. This is sort of recent favourites rather than a particular month. I love a good favourites video. I love watching them and I love making them as well. And because it's nice, isn't it? Just chatting. It's all positive. It's things you love. It's things you're enjoying. It's things you want to share. So I think a favourites video is up there with all the positive things in life, and I need some positivity in my life this week. So let's talk about favourites. I've got some beauty, a couple of books, a food item, two very random ones, a couple of TV recommendations, and a film that we enjoyed. So without further ado, let's get stuck in and let's begin, as we always do, with beauty. And the first thing I wanted to mention is this Aveda Cherry Almond Body Lotion. They've got a whole range. Aveda is, am I right in saying it's basically a hair care brand that has branched off a little bit? I think I am. They have Aveda products in my salon, my hair salon that I go to, and when I first came across this range, they used the cherry almond shampoo and conditioner on my hair, and I said, what on earth is that? That smells amazing. And I thought it was very lovely. I'm a person that doesn't particularly, sorry, I've just got to clean my glasses because they're so filthy. I am a person that doesn't particularly see an awful lot of difference in using an expensive shampoo to a cheap one. Let me know if you have a differing opinion to that, because I've tried expensive shampoos and I've never really found that they've done anything different for my hair particularly than cheap ones, so I tend to use cheap ones. But when it's so I didn't want to splash out on the cherry almond shampoo just for the smell. But last Christmas John Lewis had a sale on, and they had a set with a miniature shampoo and conditioner and this big body lotion, and I didn't realise that this stuff came in a body lotion as well, and I think it comes in a body wash as well, and it smells amazing. When I put this, is just the nicest body lotion. I put this on before I go to bed and I can smell it when I wake up in the morning, and then when I make the bed and shake the sheets out, I get a waft of it on the sheets still. It's just lovely. I haven't looked up actually how much this is to buy it as a standalone, but I think I would probably splash out on it again because it's a real treaty, nice, the scent really lingers, and it's a really unusual scent. I've tried other cherry almond products before and never found this sort of lingering. It's a very unusual scent but lovely, very much appeals to me. I like a foodie scent, as you know, in body products, and this is very, very nice. I will look it up, I will link it below, I'll link everything below as far as I can, so if you want any more information on anything, it's all down there in the box. Next thing I wanted to talk about was this eyeshadow palette. It's fairly new to me from Revolution, and it is called the Forever Flawless Timeless Fantasy. It is just glorious. In a world of very warm-toned eyeshadow palettes, this is a joyful, neutral, cool-toned palette, and I just love it. Those are the colours. I prefer myself with cool tones. I do wear warm tones. There's so many warm tones about, isn't there? But I feel like I look at my nicest and most natural with cooler tones on the neutral side. And this is just lovely. It's got a good mixture of mattes and shimmers. Every single colour in this I have used and will use. I think it's £12.99 or something, but they quite often have offers on their website. So I'm going to do, in this month's beauty spot video, a full face of makeup with this eyeshadow palette. So if you are interested to see how it performs, look out for that. But highly recommend this, very nice to use. It's also a dupe for the Natasha Denona Glam palette, which is, I think, about £70 or something insane. More than I can bring myself to spend on an eyeshadow palette anyway. And it has nice, pretty marble packaging as well. So recommend that one. Next, I've just got to mention this, although I hesitate to do so. Do you remember I told you about Parfumado, which is a monthly perfume subscription. You choose the perfumes yourself from a big selection, and it's £12.95 including postage per month, and you get a perfume. Just let me demonstrate this size, a little spray, that size, which lasts me the one from last month I used almost every day, and I've still got about that much left at the bottom, so I used about 2/3 of it, so it's a very generous amount. And it's a lovely way of trying new perfumes, especially now that they're so difficult to use, the shops don't have testers out and all this sort of thing, so I've been really enjoying this. This month's perfume is from Hermes, and it's called Un Jardin en Méditerranée, Mediterranean garden, I guess. I probably didn't need to translate that, did I? But it's lovely. It's a very sophisticated, evening-y, quite, let me just spray it so I can. It has definitely got the floral vibes in it, and those sort of deep florally Mediterranean evening scents. But it's very much an evening perfume. It's quite a sophisticated, deep, what's the word I'm looking for? Complicated, maybe. There's lots going on in there, but I really, really like it. It's very different to anything I've smelled before, and I'm sure it's going to be horribly expensive for a whole bottle when I look it up, but look it up I will do. But also, as well as this particular perfume, I recommend the subscription. I've got a code for 50% off your first month if you are interested in trying it out. I'm on my 3rd month now. I'm very much enjoying that subscription. Next one is nail polish. Madam Glam kindly sent me these, so gifted, and so these are gifted. They've sent me some new colours from their summer collection. I'm going to insert a picture of my toenails here because I have one of these colours on them, and I absolutely love it. It's this lovely neon bubblegum pink. It's so pretty and just perfect for summer. Very much a me colour, that one. They also sent me those two. I love this sort of muted, this is almost like a muted fluorescent orange, isn't it? I've got a top that I bought from Primark recently, which is almost this exact colour, and then a very bright orangey coral colour, which is really nice. And this one, which I also really like, I think I'm going to put this on my toes next. This is like a very nice summery, fresh, grassy green colour. Really nice. I like that very much. I'm not sure I'd wear that on my fingernails, but I definitely wear it on my toes. So thank you to Madam Glam for all those. I think I've got, these are gel polishes, by the way, rather than, so you need to cure them rather than normal nail polishes. And I think I've got a 30% code off still for Madam Glam for everything across their website, so I will pop that in the description box as well. Moving on, this little treasure came in a subscription box. This is called the Jecca Black Glow Drops, and it's vegan friendly and cruelty free, and it's called a highlighting primer for your face, and it is in the shade Rose Pearl. Let me pop a little bit on the back of my hand to demonstrate. That's what it looks like when it comes out of the tube, and I have been using this to mix with my foundation just to give a more summery, glowy finish to my skin, and it just works like a dream. It's so perfect for doing that. That's what it looks like just by itself, blended out. So it's got that, it's not glittery, but it's just got that really nice glow about it, and it mixes so nicely with foundation. Sometimes these products don't work brilliantly with foundation. For years, when I very first started making YouTube videos, I remember talking about another product I was using to do the exact same thing, which was MAC Strobe Cream. And I would say that this is even better than that. And I hadn't heard of this brand before. As I said, it came in a box, and I found it. They sell it on Amazon. It's on Amazon Prime. I think it's about £15. I'll link it below anyway. But yeah, very much enjoying that, and finding that is just a perfect for lifting up the mattness of my foundation and making everything look a little bit more summery and glowy. Very nice. Final item in beauty is something I've mentioned before, but something that I've realised anew how much I enjoy over the last few weeks we've been able to get away again, is my Vanity Case. This came from Amazon. We'll link it below. It's zip up like so. So good, this. If you've been with me a while, you'll have seen it before. Excuse the dirty inside, it is a bit grubby. And it comes with, it actually comes, these inserts you can take in and out, and so you can make it whatever shape you want it. There are more inserts as well. This just happens to be the amount I had in for when I last went away. It's a good size, it's got a little carrying handle, and then up at the top here, you've got this, which opens up. This is for your brushes, and then that comes down over the top, or you don't have to put brushes in it. And then you also have a separate zipped compartment within this lid for anything else. I put an eyeshadow palette or two in there because it's nice and flat and it can just sit down over the top. So get all my makeup and skincare in there for a short break, and definitely all my makeup for a fortnight's holiday. My skincare goes elsewhere generally when I go on a fortnight's holiday, but such a good, useful, flexible storage system for makeup for going away. Let's move on to books. I have a couple of book recommendations for you. I just wanted to add at this point as well, those of you who are in my book club Facebook group, which is linked below, we are taking a hiatus for the summer with a view to potentially restarting in September. I found that after 18 months of doing a book every month, I was getting less and less engagement every month. Fewer and fewer people were joining in, so I decided to take a break from that for the moment. And if you've got any ideas of how to reboot it, or I don't know, I feel like it was just not working particularly well anymore. I stopped making the videos because they got such low engagement as well. In fact, I was asked recently on YouTube whether I was doing book review videos anymore, and I love doing book review videos, but they get really, really low engagement. They don't get the views, and they don't get a lot of people talking in the comments. So other videos get so much more engagement and are obviously so much more enjoyed, so there's not an awful lot of point of doing them. But I do like to put book recommendations into these videos, and sometimes into just my weekly vlogs as well, so you will always see if I've read something good. I will generally try and share it. The ones that I've really enjoyed that I've read the last month are two very good twisty-turny psychological thrillers. The first one is The Housemate by Nina Manning. It's about a girl called Reggie who, she's 35 and she moves into a house share with three much younger girls in their early 20s, and she's got some problems, some OCD and some anxiety, and she's obviously had some trauma in her life previously, and it takes you backwards and forwards, and it keeps you guessing right up to the end. Big characters are introduced, and I really liked how this was written. It was quite fast paced, it kept my attention all the way through, and I didn't get the twist right until the very end. And it also has a thread in there of an Instagram influencer, which I thought was really well done and interesting, and a little bit about trolling, and yeah, it was just really very interesting. Great book, really liked it. Highly recommend if you like a good psychological thriller with a twist. The other one that I read that I also really enjoyed was called The Mistake, and that was by K.L. Slater. Again, those will be linked below. This one was about a little boy called Billy who disappeared a long time ago, and his sister is still trying hard to get over that. She's grown up now and still lives in the house that she lived in with her parents and Billy, her brother. And the case was solved, and then something happens that makes it all come into question again. Again, this goes back in time as well. This is very much a dual time frame book, and again it keeps you guessing right up till the very end. People are not always what they seem to be, are they? So two good book recommendations there for you. Next, let's talk about a food item. I have saved the packaging of this just to show you. If you like something sweet, if you're an ice cream fan, these are just the best. These are 80 calories. It's an ice cream bar on a stick, and it's from the Halo Top range. I have tried their ice creams before, but this was next level delicious. A sweet treat that doesn't taste low calorie. You do not feel like you're eating a replacement. Do you know what I mean? When you have one of these, it feels like a genuinely delicious ice cream. These are the salted caramel ones. There are other flavours. I haven't tried them. I'm very much a fan of salted caramel, so this immediately caught my eye, and they're absolutely bloody lovely. go and buy some. I got these in Tesco's. I'm sure they're available in other places as well, but they're definitely available in Tesco's. You will not be disappointed. Right, I've got a couple of randoms here, and one is my new Apple Watch strap. A couple of people have asked me where I've got this, and it was from Amazon. I think it was about £17, and I was actually stopped in Costa Coffee and asked where I got it last week. I think they thought it was some highly expensive one. They were really surprised when I said it was just from Amazon. It comes in different colours. This is the I think this is called champagne. I think it's got rose gold and silver. It also comes in black if you like just black, but I just really liked it. Also, it's got lots of different links in, so you can make it the right size for your wrist, take links in or out. So yeah, very happy with that. Next one is this. This is a cat donut. It's a cat bed actually. It's grey and it's the softest fleecy fur. It's actually a small animal bed. In the picture on Amazon, it's got a dog in it, but it does come in different sizes. But the thing I like a lot about this, let me put it down before I start sneezing because it's covered in cat fur. The thing I like most about that is it comes in two separate parts with effectively two zip-off cushion covers. So you can take it apart, you can zip off the covers and put them in the washing machine, which, let's face it, our cat beds need a wash. Cats and dogs are not the cleanest of creatures, are they? Just by their very nature, bless their hearts. So that is so easy to take apart and wash and dry and put back together again, rather than have it. I just thought it was so clever the way it came, that I just wanted to mention it, and it wasn't expensive either. And the cat absolutely bloody loves it. As long as we put it on the sofa rather than on the floor, the cat can't get enough of it, and he stopped sitting on my navy blue cushion and depositing all his white fur on that. So that can only be a win, can't it? Let's finish off with TV and film. I've watched a couple of things on BBC iPlayer this month that I thought were worth mentioning. One of them, a viewer, one of you guys, Karen, mentioned to me, which is The Pact, which I think is currently showing on BBC One, but it's all available on iPlayer. I think it's up to episode 3 or 4 on terrestrial television at the moment, but it's all available on the iPlayer. And it's a really good series. I finished it yesterday. I watched 3 episodes, binge watched them yesterday, which was Sunday. It's about 4 ladies who work together in a brewery and their lives and a prank that goes wrong, and they make a pact to keep it a secret and not say anything, and it's about the ramifications of that. And it was a really good, well-paced series with lots of twists and turns. And I often find with BBC drama types, so not just BBC TV, terrestrial TV drama in general, that it can go off for a couple of episodes in the middle and you're just finding that you're sort of plodding along and not an awful lot's happening. I didn't find this with that with this one at all. I thought it was really good, so highly recommend that. And the other thing that I watched also on iPlayer, which is not going to be for everybody, was a drama, a true story, dramatised version of 3 true stories called 3 Families. It is around the abortion laws in Northern Ireland, so may not be for everybody. Some of the stories were quite harrowing, but it was so well done and so interesting, and brought home a real important issue for women in the world to me, and the fact that abortion isn't just open to everybody. And I mean, I knew that anyway, but seeing the ramifications of that was quite eye-opening and food for thought. But it as stories, it was interesting as well, you know, so I would recommend that. But with that rider, that if you think it's not for you, it is quite harrowing, so may not be, if you're not in the best frame of mind anyway, it may not be the best thing to watch, type of thing. Finally, a nice light-hearted film called Made in Italy, which Ashley and I watched on one of our Wednesday film nights recently. We've just finished watching all the Die Hard films, and we felt like something completely different when we watched Made in Italy, which I think is available on Amazon Prime at the moment. It's got Liam Neeson in a very different role from his normal action thriller type persona that he seems to play. I'm not saying he's typecast, but yeah, very different role. A nice film set in Italy, which you know, anything set abroad at the moment. I crave abroad so much that just that was lovely, that aspect of it. And just a nice little easy watching, enjoyable, feel-good film. It was a nice film with a beginning, a middle and an end, and a feel-good factor. And I think that's something that we can all relate to enjoying at the moment, can't we? That brings us to the end of my favourites. Please let me know what your recommendations are. I've got so many good recommendations from you guys over the years, and I always like to hear them, so leave them in the comments, whether it's beauty or TV or a book, you know, anything at all. What are you enjoying? As I said, all the information from everything I've talked about today will be in the description box. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.